Hello everyone, this evening I'm shopping at WuMart in Beijing, and though the name sounds somewhat similar to Walmart in America, there is no relationship between the two companies. And I want to start off by saying that overall prices are probably about 30 to 50% cheaper on most food items here than the prices in the United States. There are some exceptions, such as dairy products, which are about 50% more here, but overall foods such as meats, vegetables, and fruits are quite a bit cheaper here in China. So far, I've found the quality of the food to be good, though there are some differences, such as they don't appear to have as strict sanitation laws here in China as they do in the US. Items such as eggs are simply left on a shelf at room temperatures, and other foods such as pre-made sandwiches or pizza are also simply left on a shelf. And though this doesn't happen in most parts of the US, I have seen similar food handling throughout Europe, so comparatively speaking, the US has some rather strict food safety laws compared to most other countries. So you really have to pay attention if the food product is time stamped here, as if it's not under climate controlled conditions such as either refrigerated or heated, age is even more important. And if you're not sure about something, the best thing to do is to not eat it, as getting sick while traveling is of course not very fun. Also, I would say most grocery stores here in Beijing are not this large and are more of your small family-run grocery type stores. And surprisingly, if you want a better deal, you are probably better off shopping at a smaller grocery store, which is usually the exact opposite case in the US, where larger franchises such as Walmart have the cheapest prices. However, as I do not speak Chinese, I found shopping at WuMart easier, as they have the self-checkout aisles, and they also list their prices on their food items, whereas at many smaller grocery stores they are rather inconsistent about doing this. Also, besides food, WuMart sells clothing items such as, say, sweatshirts, and I found their prices for clothing not as cheap as I had expected. For example, a basic looking sweatshirt is about $10 US. Now that might not be excessive, but I don't think it would be difficult to find a similar looking product at an American Walmart for roughly the same price. And considering the American Walmart has to import most clothing products from halfway around the world, as well as pay duties and taxes on their imports, you would expect much cheaper prices here in China, but apparently that isn't always the case. Also, it's not clear if these are market rate prices or if someone in some government agency sets the prices for everything. But I also found other items, not just at WuMart, but also at local outlet malls, more expensive than I would expect them to be, such as, say, suitcases, which seem to cost just as much or sometimes even more than in the US. And considering things like suitcases and textiles are produced in such large quantities here in China, that is not what I was expecting. In some ways, these items are almost treated like a luxury, whereas in the US they are considered more of a convenience item, something that might be used just a few times and then at some point discarded because they are so cheap. So it seems to be a mixed bag. Foods are cheaper overall and other items not so much. I hope you enjoyed my video, and thank you for watching.